Hello everyone, my name is Hideo and I have finally a new video for you today. So whenever I find myself going on a tangent trying to explain the different ways one can approach some idea, I realize that I'm either limiting the tutorial to one of those paths or making it too long trying to fit in everything. I naturally want to exhaust all the possible outcomes from one idea, limited by my experience of course, and therefore I'm making the concept of text on a generated path into several parts. In this video, we'll discuss the process of making this artwork. It all started with Genuary's text/typography prompt, and naturally I wanted to create art that is easy to execute and explain later in a tutorial. However, knowing myself, I should have known this would have taken weeks to make. As I mentioned in a previous video, I like to use Pinterest for inspiration, so I revisited one of my boards for generative art inspiration and was intrigued by this design. I first thought of making it using the Fidenza artwork, but I thought it would look too crowded without collision detection because I haven't implemented that and I didn't have the mental capacity then. I'm just being honest here. But I still wanted something circular, and this was my first sketch, following an example on the processing website. However, I immediately scratched that idea for its non-generative nature, seeing that I had to cut the text manually to fit the arcs for each consecutive circle. Because what's the point? I really wanted something that was meant for any text or for any arcs that you want to implement and then manipulated with randomness, which is what I wasn't doing before. So the only parts I generated were the arc's angle offset and some position offset. I will put every usable sketch file from the Text on Paths video in a separate repository for you to play around with. So that prompted developing a string truncate method, checking if the aggregated width of the consecutive characters would fit into the specified arc length. Conceptually, it was an easy task. In practice, that fried my brain. I sometimes had to step away to clear my head, and that lasted until I found the savior last index of methods. I was trying to cut text to the defined arc length while checking if the tracker is mid-word and if so, receding to the nearest space. But I ran into many problems and that code was absurdly inefficient. Then I remembered from my web development days that I trimmed blog posts to paragraphs fitting the desired space. So I decided to use a version of that, calculating the width of the characters rather than a count until it exceeded the arc length, then clipping the string at the index of that character and then cutting to the nearest space to avoid incomplete words. I won't bore you with every bug I ran into, but I had plenty. To give you a quick rundown, here are a few of my mishaps. I probably could have left the text 80% illegible, not caring about incomplete words or overlapping text, because I thought art didn't need to be readable. But I couldn't. Knowing a solution is close by and not finding it brings me anxiety, so I had to do a few more tests until I reached a contender to my desired result. So it's not necessarily what I wanted exactly, because what I wanted needed a little bit of a different approach. Usually this is the point I start cleaning up my code and making my sketch more of a template that I can revisit. For me, this means object-oriented programming. Now I had to decide whether my class would be for one curve or for an array of curves, but I went with one, seeing that I can create multiples adjusting the curves as I wish later in the main sketch. Also, this way I get to animate my curves and color them separately. I also created another class for each letter to isolate characters' movements as well, and in case I wanted to add collision detection in the future. FYI, I tried collision detection, but I overlooked that characters are sort of blocks and I used distance to check overlaps. So I gave up on that for the time being. But I'll link to a tutorial on different types of collision in geometry if you want to implement it. So I would guess for this one, it'll be rectangles to rectangles. We finally reached the end structure-wise, meaning it's time for some animation and color. Going back to my inspiration image, we can see the text is not on perfect circular paths. So I decided to add some noise to the letters, stopping before the text becomes indecipherable. You can either stop the animation with a mouse click or a set frame count like I did and save it afterward. And last but not least, I added random coloring. Although it's not the best choice for this artwork, so I suggest you develop a better coloring method, I also encourage you to enhance this sketch. Let me know what part I'm doing wrong, what parts are inefficient, as I'm sure my code has many. You can share all of that in the comments, or maybe create a pull request on GitHub and adjust the code as you see fit. I like to think that I'm here to help you practice your creativity in a new way, and maybe you can help each other with your excellent coding and math skills. And that's as far as I got with this artwork. So I hope this was helpful in some way, and as always, I'll talk to you soon.